Hey guys, I'm Rich from NeoWin. Today we're unboxing the Huawei MateBook X. Now, this is a brand new product from Huawei. It's available for pre-order starting today. It's a laptop, not a touchscreen. Unlike the last MateBook, last time they only had one. It was a tablet. That detachable form factor with a folio keyboard. And I reviewed it. It was pretty good, except I didn't like the keyboard too much. I didn't like that you only had two angles that you could hold it on. Now, the successor to that is the MateBook E. They actually announced three. This is the 13-inch laptop, and then there's the 15-inch MateBook D, which is more of mid-range. This is going to be the flagship right here. Now, before I open the box, there's something you should know. This is going to be the rose gold model, which rose gold is actually exclusive to China. So this is not going to be the actual model that you can buy. And also, if you look at the specs on the side here, we can see that it comes with 4 gigs of RAM and 256 gigabytes of storage. Now, I'm not entirely sure why. I mean, obviously it's a pre-production unit, but the ones you buy in the store will have 8 gigs of RAM, which bothers me. I feel like it's going to affect the review, the lack of RAM. But yeah, there's 8 gigs of RAM and either 256 or 512 gigabytes of storage, and either Space Gray or Prestige Gold. And that's what you could get in the US. And I don't think they make a 4 gigabyte model at all. So let's take this sleeve off. All right, now it has some really cool features. Now there's that rose gold. I'm gonna have to kind of tip it over to get it out. So it does have some really cool features. For one thing, it's a completely fanless design. I don't know if they sent me the i5 model or the i7 model. I can tell you that in the models that are actually for sale, the i7 is the one that comes with 512 gigabytes of storage, and the i5 is the one that comes with 256. Now, by the way, it's a big difference in storage and processor, and there's only a $200 difference in price. It's $1099 or $1299, so I think I'd go with the i7 model. So, like I said, fanless design, and it's a U-series processor. A lot of times, you see a device that promises you a Core i5 without a fan. It's actually the Y series, which is the rebranded Core M series. Not in this case. This is the U series. It's your standard laptop chip. Obviously, Microsoft also did it with the Surface Pro, the Core i5 model. There's no fan in it. So this one actually has it with the Core i7 model also, or it should. So let's see if we can boot it up. All right, it's booting up. They gave me some power. If we look, the bezels are also really small. Now, it's 4.4 millimeter bezels. You can barely see them on the camera. Huawei says that it is the first 13-inch laptop that has bezels that small at 4.4 millimeters. They also said it is the first fanless design with a Intel U series processor. And also, you might have seen on the box. Oh, by the way, they sent me the i5 model. You might have seen on the box that it has Dolby Atmos, which Huawei also says is the first laptop to use Dolby Atmos. So I got to play around with one of these a couple months ago at a briefing, and the audio, it really does sound great. I got to watch a little clip of a movie. In a moment, I'm going to try to play a YouTube video for you, and we'll see if I don't know how well the microphone's going to pick it up anyway, so we'll give it a shot. But the Dolby Atmos, it really does. It sounds immersive. But like I said, we're gonna get to that in a bit. I'm gonna show you everything else first. On the device itself, we can see it has a USB Type-C port over here. Over here, another USB Type-C port and a 3.5 millimeter headphone jack. Now, keep in mind, right? Obviously, no Type-A ports. You also didn't see a volume rocker over there. This is not a convertible device. All right, the screen only goes back to about here. Well, not about there. That's how far it goes back. There's no touch screen, which is going to kill me because that's something I'm so used to doing by now. All right, no, so obviously no pen support or anything like that either. All right, so let's take a look at what else is in the box. We have our power adapter in here. It said that since it's a pre-production unit, yeah, they sent me an EU an EU charger, which apparently there's an adapter around here somewhere, which might be in the shipping box that it came in. There should be a USB Type C cable. This is the Mate Dock 2.0. So obviously I can add a Type A port, Type C, HDMI. All right. Oh, and here's that adapter that they promised me. And let's see what else. Anything? Yeah, there's that cable. All right, so it's just a standard Type C to Type C cable. So they were pretty proud of this dock, and I actually have the old one right here. So you can see that obviously it plugs in through the Type C port, and this should still work if you like the old one better. You can see it has a spot for wired internet, 2 USB Type A ports, and nothing on this side. I never really liked how it was wrapped in the leather here, but you had a pen loop in there, which obviously you don't need a pen for this. So the dock does come standard with the device, which is super helpful, considering that it only has the Type A ports. Although I'm not a big fan of the fact that the dock only has the one Type A port, because that's it could be a problem. For me, I almost always use that Type A port in any device for a mouse. So in the rare occasion that I have to plug in a USB storage device that's Type A, I need that second port. Another bit about the charger. Huawei says that this is an adaptive charger where if you can charge your laptop on this, or you can charge your phone on it, and it will adjust the amount of power flowing through it accordingly, which is pretty cool, because really we live in this weird era where if you have a lot of devices, you kind of have to watch what you use to power them up. Because, for example, if you have an iPhone and an iPad, the iPhone comes with a 5-watt charger, the iPad comes with a 12-watt charger. Apple tells you that you could really hurt your iPhone's battery if you use the iPad charger with the iPhone. It's all kind of awkward. So something that adapts like that I think is pretty cool. All right, I've removed the microphone for this, so let's give this a shot. I'll turn the volume a little bit because I have Microsoft socks, which I will definitely be wearing. Playing Edge. You can hear it's pretty loud. I also just left the Skype booth. They gave me these badass Skype sunglasses. This is it says Skype on the side. The Microsoft and I believe it's the proper thing to wear in public if you want your ass kicked. Frankly, I think it's hilarious. I don't know if you can tell through the microphone, but the sound really does. The audio really does. See if we can find Mr. Andy Ware. Alright, so we're back with a regular microphone. So I'm going to have to look into this, see if there's other controls that I have to use for the Dolby speakers. But it really does just sound great. I mean, I turned the volume all the way up for that. And I'm excited to spend more time with the MateBook X, because it really is the flagship device. I should be getting a MateBook E at some point also, because it is the successor to... It is the successor to the last year's MateBook, and it does solve a lot of the pain points that I had with it. We can see that we have a backlit keyboard here. I don't know, there's really not much else to say. Power buttons up here, we got speakers over here, and there's really... I'm a little concerned about the lack of ports, but I think it's really cool that Huawei did include a dock in the packaging. I mean, the device is really thin, it's fanless. You're not fitting a USB Type A port on here, so it makes sense. I don't know, I think it's going to be a really cool review, so stick around for that. I'll see you in a few weeks. I'm Rich from NeoWin. Have a great night.